Hello students, I'm coming back by taking the subject of organizational behavior, and the topic is approaches to manage organizational change. So this particular concept is to be discussed in the previous video also. So in the previous video I will provide the information about of change, and the change is to be discussed with the help of a three-stage model which is developed by Kurt Lewin. So now I will deliver the information. The concept of a case study. In this video, I will also include the concept of a case study for a change. So the case study is the oil company had three divisional offices in the west located in Seattle, San Francisco and Los Angeles. The decision was made to consolidate the divisions into a single regional office to be located in San Francisco. So the recognition meant transferring over 150 employees, eliminating some duplicate managerial positions, and instituting a new hierarchy of command. So the concept of this case study unfreezing is the status quo can be considered to be equilibrium state. Means to move from this equilibrium to overcome the pressures of both individual resistance and group conformity, unfreezing is necessary. It can be achieved in one of the three ways. The first one is the driving forces which direct behavior away from the status quo can be increased. Second point, the restraining force which hinder movement from the existing equilibrium can be decreased. And the third alternative is to combine the first two approaches. And the second point is the movement. The oil company's management could expect employee resistance to the consolidation. To deal with that resistance, management could use positive incentive to encourage employee to accept the change, such as these. Increase in pay can be offered to those who accept the transfer. The company can pay liberal moving expenses, and movement might offer low cost mortgages fund to allow employee to buy new homes in San Francisco. And the rephrasing is once the consolidation change has been implemented, if it is to be successful, the new situation needs to be refrozen so that it can be sustained over time. Unless this last step is taken, there is a very high chance that the change will be short lived and that employees will attempt to revert to the previous equilibrium state. So, the objective of rephrasing then is to stabilize the new situation by balancing the driving and restraining forces. So these are the answers of that particular case study, which is the case study which is designed in the form of a oil company. So then after we have discussed about a forced field analysis. So meaning of a force field analysis is it provides a framework. It provides a framework for looking at the factors, means forces, that influence a situation, originally social situations. It looks at forces that are either driving movement towards a goal or blocking movement towards a goal. So the principle developed by Kurt Lewin. So the driving forces are forces that push in a direction that causes change to occur. So driving forces facilitate change because they push the person in the desired direction. They cause a shift in the equilibrium towards change. So restraining forces are forces that counter driving forces. And the restraining forces hinder change because they push the person in the opposition direction. And another force field analysis is the equilibrium is a state of being where driving forces equal restraining force and no change occurs. Means equilibrium can be raised or lowered by changes that occur between the driving and restraining forces. So the changes is to be discussed by another model, Cotter's 8-step model. Means the organizational change can be discussed by Kurt-Lewin model and a Cotter's 8-step model. So the Cotter's 8-step model is a very important model. Means 30 years of research by leadership. Guru Dr. John Cotter have proven that 70% of all major change efforts in organization fails. So, why do they fail? The question arises in the mind. So, Mr. Cotter provide the answer. Because organization often do not take the holistic approach required to see the change through. Means because organizations often do not take the holistic approach required to see the change through. However, by following the 8-step process, outlined by Professor Cotter, organizations can avoid failure and become adept at change. So, Mr. Cotter says that 70% of all major changes effort in organizations fail. So, why do they fail? So, Cotter says that because organizations often do not take the holistic approach for the change, and however, by following the following step, approximately 8-step process outlined the Professor Cotter, organizations can avoid failure and become adept at change. So, by improving their ability to change, organizations can increase their chance of success. By improving their ability to change, organizations can increase their chance of success both today and in the future. Clear? So, the Cotter's 8-step model means in leading change. 1996, Dr. John Cotter outlined an 8-stage process to creating major changes. So this model is to be explained by me in the next video, in the next class. So in this class and in this video, I will include the information regarding Kurt-Lewin model for a change. So study that particular model and the details of that model, including in a 3 stages. And the remaining information means Cotter's change model is to be described in the next class, in the next video. So I hope you understand the concept of a Kurt-Lewin model for a change, for organizational change, why the changes is necessary and how you can make the changes. And think about the changes can be stable or not. If not, so why? If yes, then how? So think about this and wait for the next video. Thank you very much.